This episode is brought to you by Experian. Are you paying for subscriptions you don't use, but can't find the time or energy to cancel them? Experian could cancel unwanted subscriptions for you, saving you an average of $270 per year and plenty of time. Download the Experian app. Results will vary. Not all subscriptions are eligible. Savings are not guaranteed. Paid membership with connected payment account required.
All new Dr. Phil.
Your personal life with Dusty is affecting our entire household right now.
Teens obsessed with love.
We got copies of your phone records here. You said she's texted you like 4,000 times. He called you twice.
Dusty, do you think I'm obsessed with you?
You two have not been intimate at all, and that's the truth.
Yes.
Do y'all believe that?
No.
No.
You look down on him like you're better. You're not any better than him.
I mean business, Chloe. Our family needs help.
I hate you.
You are being rude and disrespectful. We're either going to have a dialogue,
I don't like this relationship.
Well, you don't have to like it, but I don't have to end it.
or we're going to have a war.
I'm gonna walk off, and it's over.
You understand I can't help you.
I don't care, then I'm done.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
I know things are tough out there, but we can do this. If it matters to you, that's what I want to talk about.
10 seconds to air.
Well, thank you. This is going to be a changing day in your life.
Ready, camera 5.
Take track.
Go, Dr. Phil. Let's do it. Teens seem so much more obsessed with love than ever before. Now, many parents are concerned about the extreme measures their daughters are taking to get and keep a boyfriend. Is it the music that speaks of love and commitments, like Taylor Swift's Baby, You Belong to Me, or Justin Bieber's One Less Lonely Girl? He's 15. Now, we conducted our own survey on drphil.com. We asked teen girls if they've ever gone to extremes to keep a boyfriend. 45% said yes. 65% said they had sex when they didn't want to. 8% said they tried drugs because he pressured them. 22% said they actually gave the guy money. Now, our first guests are parents struggling with a teenage daughter they say is obsessed with a boyfriend that they can't stand.
She's throwing basketball away. That's something that she likes. She could be 3 times as far as she is now with it.
I think she's obsessed with the chase of Dusty. I will find that she's called him 20 times in 3 hours.
My parents don't even give him a chance at all. I have no idea what he's done. They just think he's a loser.
I don't think he works. She definitely steals money for Dusty.
The money that was stolen was more for me because I gave him my check money.
This is beyond me. I don't understand why a girl would give her hard-earned money over.
No, we should go away. I don't need this. I don't need these kind of people in my life. It's hard enough.
I won't stop talking to him.
The harder we press to get him away from us, we feel that the harder she's pressing to keep him with her. The relationship is toxic.
Okay, what's your biggest concern?
That she could find herself in jail one day or pregnant with a person like this. We have not welcomed Dusty into our home.
Because you haven't given him a chance. What has he done wrong?
Well, first of all, when you first told me about Dusty, he had a girlfriend. And you told me he was cheating on his girlfriend for you and to be with you.
First of all, I never once said that, so don't put words in my mouth.
I remember it differently, and I remember not feeling good about it. And when he came to the house for the very first time, I was uncomfortable, and I think he was uncomfortable.
Because you looked down on him.
I wasn't happy that he had a girlfriend and that he was over our house.
You didn't even know that at first, Mom. You looked down on him like he's some, like you're better. You're not any better than him.
Okay, but now wait a minute. Are you being fair here? Do you expect someday to have children?
Yeah.
You might have a daughter. Okay, are you going to want to have some influence over who she goes with? I mean, be honest. If you have a valid position and you're right in this, then you're not going to have to spin your answers or try to figure out how to waffle around what I'm asking. You're just going to be honest, and the answers will lead us to whatever conclusion they lead us to. If you had a daughter, are you going to want some say in who she dates? Or are you just going to let whoever pulls up at the curb pull up and say, have a good time?
No, I mean, I'm going to care who she dates, but if she really likes him, and if I can't control her whole life.
Okay, how old were you when you started to see him?
16.
16? Okay, how old were you when you first had sex with him? How long had you been going with him?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. Look, if the answers are okay, then you don't have any problem answering them. The only reason you're going to have trouble answering a question is because you know that it is non-credible. So you're wanting to hide something, which tells me clearly that you know it's wrong. Have you had confrontations with Dusty?
Like twice.
Okay.
Once, first time, didn't go over so well.
What happened?
I just saw him at a basketball game, went up to him. Right away, he was extremely rude to me, extremely disrespectful, which since he has apologized.
One of the very last basketball games that Dusty came to, he wound up following Chloe to a Walmart where she cashed her check and handed him half of her paycheck. So that's why when we saw him again, we thought, oh, he's here for money again.
Okay, are you giving him money?
Occasionally I have. It's not like an everyday thing. Oh, I give Dusty money. That's what I do. I go to work to pay Dusty. No.
Have you stolen money from your family?
Yes.
How much have you stolen?
Probably $1,000.
Probably $1,000? You haven't stolen $3,000?
No.
And you didn't steal the $10,000
No.
that was missing from the desk in the barn?
No.
Okay, do you think she did?
I definitely think that she did.
First of all, the barn is not locked. Who keeps that much money in a desk in a barn? And then blames it on me.
Chloe was there for an extremely short period of time.
I would have just known about this money. What would I possibly
You
do
were on the
with that
phone
much
with
money?
Mom
At
when I
the time
explained
when
it to her.
he-
You were
Did
in
you
the-
take the $10,000?
No.
And you said you'll take a polygraph to prove that?
Yes.
Because I can arrange that for you, and then that'll be off the table
That would
for
be
you.
fine.
Yes.
That would be nice to
You
have.
would like to know that?
Why not? Right.
All right. You are stealing money from your family. Why are you doing that?
They like to control how much money I get, how they take my checks so I don't have money. I get $200 a month from this trust fund. I haven't seen it in, I don't even know how long.
And I can explain that. It went to pay for her car and
car
her
is paid for.
taxes and license plates, and I have it all tallied up on a paper. It's legitimate. I'm not using your money for myself.
All right, good, bad, or indifferent, are you obsessed with this Dusty guy?
No.
You're not?
No.
We got copies of your phone records here. I've highlighted all of your contacts with him. This is in 1 month, and I think the number of contacts you had with him was 239 times. He says that he's received text messages from you as many as 3,000 in a month. And I also checked to see how many times he got in touch with you. He called you twice. Does that seem obsessive to you when you kind of see it in print? Because this isn't a matter of opinion, this is a matter of reality.
No, I'm not obsessed with him.
Do you think he thinks you are?
I don't know, ask him.
Well, we'll do that. I got to take a break, and then I'm going to ask Chloe's boyfriend some questions as well about the stolen money that he allegedly accepted, about the paychecks she says that she gives him, and I'm going to ask if he thinks she is obsessed with him. We'll be right back.
I definitely don't think he would say I'm obsessed.
She always just wants to know what I'm doing. She texts me like at least 150 times a day. I tell her all the time, like, I don't understand why you like me so much, but it's gotta like chill.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil.
He just calls and calls and calls.
Love troubles.
Sometimes I will call after the date.
Same night?
Yeah. Guess that's bad.
And the economy forced them to move in with her parents.
You haven't had sex for 6 months.
I can hear my mother-in-law next to my head.
Oh, I'm very visual. That's not good.
Plus, a very special Valentine.
Terry, will you marry me?
Well, we're talking with Dean and Lana, who feel their teenage daughter is obsessed with her boyfriend, Dusty. Let's see what he has to say about this relationship, and then we'll add him to the conversation.
I tell her all the time, like, I don't understand why you like me so much, but it's gotta like chill. She wants to be with me really bad, but I can't do that right now.
I definitely don't think he would say I'm obsessed.
She always just wants to know what I'm doing. She texts me like at least 150 times a day. I think I had like a good 4,000 messages from last month. There's a lot of times where I've tried not to talk to her, and like she just pops up. Like, I got my number changed like 4 times because of Chloe.
So, I mean, he's definitely not like keeping me back from anything at all. I know who he is, I know what he does, and I just don't think he's bad for me.
I'm not the best guy. I don't like her as a girlfriend. You know, I want her to not be so focused on me. Try to find someone else even. She just like wants to be with me really bad, and I don't.
All right, Dusty, what do you think about all of this?
She didn't steal $10,000 from me, I know that.
You're how old?
19.
19? And you started dating her when she was 16?
I'm not dating her.
I'm sorry?
I'm not dating her.
Well...
And I wasn't dating her.
I've never once said we're dating. I don't know why everyone keeps saying he's my boyfriend.
We've dated.
What is he?
We're just talking. He's not anything.
You think she's over-involved with you, though? You said she's texted you like 4,000 times last month, that you've changed your number 4 times to try to keep from engaging with her.
Last year, I didn't want to talk to her. You know, when I was, I had a girlfriend. She just had a big crush on me when I was working with her, and then it turned into something else.
But, and you say that you've not had unprotected sex with her, so you're not afraid she's going to get pregnant, correct?
I've never had sex with her.
You've never had sex with her?
Correct.
So you two have not been intimate at all, and that's the truth?
Yes.
Okay, is that the truth? All right, and do y'all believe that?
No.
No.
What does us having sex have to do with anything? Can you answer that?
I can. Would you like me to answer it?
Sure.
These are your parents, okay, and it's their job, whether you accept that role or not, it's their job to keep you safe and to keep you moving forward in your life and to get you through phases where you don't make the best decisions. I'm sorry? Everybody keeps saying things, and when I ask you what you say, you don't want to own it. You say it, but you don't want to own it. What did you say?
I told her not to look at me.
Okay, she told you not to look at her. Okay, I'm
It
just saying.
happens a lot. I'm
Their
not
job
surprised.
is
Oh, don't try and sit here like, oh, you're so good. No, you're not, okay?
I'm
You
not
wonder
here to
why I
ar-
hate you?
I'm not
I
here-
hate you.
I'm not here to argue with you, Chloe.
Do you hate your mother?
Yes.
Why do you hate her?
She is a bitch.
And why is
Flat out bitch.
Why? What does she do? I mean,
Look at her right now. Oh. Like,
What would you like me to do?
Chloe, she's upset. Come on.
I don't care
I
if
mean
she's upset.
business. I'm here for, I mean business, Chloe. We need
Good for
help.
you, Mom.
Our family needs help. Our home is toxic.
I'll second that, too.
I don't believe Chloe
Thank
thinks
you.
that we're here to protect her with her actions. I mean, it doesn't matter what we say. She wants
Disregards
no
everything.
part.
Your personal life with Dusty is affecting our entire household right now. Now, you 2 years ago were a totally different
No,
person.
I wasn't.
I remember it differently.
what do you want to talk about?
Oh, we don't get along. It's not what me and Dusty do together. Like,
Are you trying to suggest that you are not over-involved with this person?
no, I'm not.
Okay, so if he gets a girlfriend and falls in love and heads on down the road, you're fine with that?
No. I don't think he's planning on doing that.
But you've told us that she's certainly free to date other people, as are you, and that you think that would be a good thing, right?
Correct. Correct.
So is that your understanding or not your understanding?
I didn't think that.
I get the feeling that you're wanting to calm this down with her. Is that true, or am I reading this wrong?
That's true.
We've got a lot more to discuss when we come back.
I'm begging you!
You're making wrong choices. I'm not going back in there.
You may think you've seen everything with the Dr. Phil family.
I understand you have something to tell me.
Monday,
Well,
you won't believe what happens next.
There are millions of people in America right now standing up saying, what? What did she just say? Across this great country, from coast to coast, you've told me about the crossroads we're facing. That's exactly why I wrote We've Got Issues, How You Can Stand Strong for America's Soul and Sanity. This book isn't just a conversation starter. It's a roadmap for standing strong in the face of adversity, for embracing our core values when they're needed most. We're talking about real strategies for real people dealing with real issues, from navigating the complexities of today's polarized world to fortifying our families. And I set forth in the book 10 principles that I think are critical for a healthy society. This is not about politics. I'm not a politician, don't want to be a politician, don't know enough about politics to talk about it. But I talk about every angle of life as we know it, from family and relationships to the burning issues that are shaping our world today. We've got issues, how you can stand strong for America's soul and sanity. And you'll find it anywhere books are sold. It's about time we start addressing what truly matters. I always ask teen girls this when they're in relationships that I'm trying to profile and get a sense of. Do you cry often about this relationship?
I used to, I mean, not anymore.
You're going to graduate soon, right? You want to be out of the house?
Yeah.
Like big time out of there? Would it suit you if you never had contact with these people again?
Yes.
Is that because you're mad right now and so it's like, get out of my life, don't ever talk to me again, or is that really how you feel?
That's how I feel.
And that's because they're doing what that you don't like? You said you didn't want to talk about Dusty. Let's talk about this relationship. What are they doing that they need to change so you'll feel better?
They take my car, they take my phone. For what? You think I can't get another phone? You think he can't come see me? Why? We've obviously been talking for 1.5 years and it hasn't stopped, so why?
How about because we're your parents? And if we want to take your phone, your car, computer privileges, we will.
We have that right, Chloe.
Considering I pay for my phone, I paid for my car, those are mine.
But
And
the
we're proud of you,
privileges,
Chloe. You did.
they're
You did pay
privileges,
for it.
though, Chloe.
And what am I doing so wrong? Talking to him. That's wrong?
You're giving him money. You stole $1,000 from your uncle.
Before that even took place, it's wrong that I text him. It's wrong that I see
Chloe,
him.
Were we at dinner when we got called from you frantically saying you were being attacked by his ex-girlfriend and we had to come to the scene? And
How long ago was that,
We
Mom?
had to go to the police station and file reports all evening.
Hey, Mom, how long ago was that?
It doesn't even matter to me.
No, how long ago was that?
Maybe about a year. And who's to
Okay.
say that that kind of thing couldn't start happening again?
Is he with her?
I don't know if I don't know what he does. That's why I don't like this relationship. I don't think.
Well, you don't have to like it, but I don't have to end it.
Have you seen each other since you got here?
No.
Okay, you didn't walk over to her hotel last night and see her?
No.
Pardon me?
No.
You didn't walk all the way to her hotel and see her?
No.
Is that true or false?
He did not walk over. I don't.
Did you see him last night?
No. For the 5th time, no.
All right, well, here's the thing that you've got to understand. These people are your parents. They're legally responsible for you. They are entitled to have a dialogue. And what I'm trying to do is get people to tell me the truth. Because if I get the truth on the table, if I get the cards on the table, then we can put some boundaries around these things. She's not 2.
Right?
She should be able to do the things that someone her age should be able to do, so long as they fit certain criteria from you guys. But I think you avoid confrontation at all cost. But once you have one, you don't lose. I mean, if she wants to put it on that level, then that's what you have to do. And I'm trying to find out who's telling me the truth and who's not. Okay, Alex is a producer that's running this show. You're telling me something different than these guys are telling me.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that? Tell me, what is it?
Well, when we were upstairs in the dressing room, I was told that Dusty did walk over to Chloe's hotel last night because the taxi wouldn't accept credit cards, so He didn't have any cash, so he walked over.
Okay,
Quite a distance, too.
And who told you that?
Chloe did this morning.
Okay. Are you lying to him or are you lying to me?
To him. I'm going to walk off, and it's over.
Okay, but you understand that you're not telling the truth, and I can't help you.
I don't care. Then I'm done.
Okay, then we're going to continue this conversation without Chloe when we come back. All right, I'm here talking with Dean and Lana about their teenage daughter and their concerns about her relationship with what she calls a friend, what they call a boyfriend. Now, she was just here. If you just tuned in, there is an empty chair here because she walked off. Now, let me tell you, I think when people run out of answers and excuses, then they just run. I asked her some very pointed questions she didn't have any answers to. I think, as you do, that she's lying about this. And when that happens, then, she goes away. And I can't help somebody if they're not willing to tell me the truth. Now, that means I don't think you're telling me the truth. I think you're covering for her, and I understand you being supportive of her. You're back.
No kidding.
All right, have a seat. I'll get to you in a minute. You may not like Dusty. You say you don't really know him, but I don't think this is the evil guy here. And I don't necessarily agree with everything that I've been told by you and others that you choose to do in your life right now, but I think if it wasn't Dusty, it would be somebody else.
I've said that
and I
over
actually
and over.
think that Dusty has tried to be honest with Chloe. I think he's tried to be straight up with her. Why are you back here?
Because I'm not going to let my mom sit here and talk like she does all the time.
All right, so why
Yeah, look at him, Mom.
are you telling me the truth or are you not telling me the truth about what happened last night?
Is that relevant to our situation of
It is
why we don't get
relevant.
along? No, it's not, so I'm not answering.
It is relevant
No, it's
because
not.
it tells me that whether or not we're having an honest conversation or whether we're not.
That I did not say in any interviews. I didn't say it doesn't. That's not on the show. I'm sorry. Do you guys just want your ratings to go up or something? My sex life has nothing to do with this.
You can't be that arrogant.
So what did you and Dad do last night, Mom?
Sleep.
Really?
Chloe, I don't have to answer your questions like that. You're being extremely rude and disrespectful. And this is why we're here.
Did you agree to come on the show?
Actually, I'll tell you why I agreed, if you would like to know.
Yes, I would.
Mom called my friend and said if I didn't go on the show, then she was going to have my uncle press charges.
No,
That's not what happened,
incorrect.
Chloe.
No, it is.
No, it's
Chloe,
not
that's
what
your
happened.
interpretation
Your
of it.
friend
It's
told
not
you
true.
that, but she
No,
also...
you were on speakerphone. I heard you.
No, Chloe, I said, listen, we have an opportunity to go on the Dr. Phil
That's
show.
not what you said.
And I think this would be good for us. I said, because the alternatives, Andy has the potential to go to the police station and report that you stole money from him.
That's
I
not
said, I
how
don't
you said
think...
it.
Well, that's what I was trying to say.
Well, that's not what you said.
Chloe, we've asked you a bunch of times throughout the process. There's a lot
not
going
thinking it was going to turn into this. But you know what? It did.
on. Okay.
We've got to take a break, but we're going to be right back and talk about this some more.
You're a podcast listener, and this is a podcast ad. Reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Libsyn Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a reproduced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience with Libsyn Ads. Go to libsynads.com now. That's LIBSYN ads.com.
If you would like to purchase a tape or transcripts of your favorite Dr. Phil show, please log on to drphil.com or call 866-4-DR-PHIL. That's 866-437-7445. 866-437-7445. You can't possibly believe that your attitude of defiance towards your parents, telling them that you're going to do what you want, any way that you want, any time that you want, that they can take your phone, you'll get another one. They can tell you you're not going to talk to him, you're going to talk to them. They can tell you whatever.
Because what am I doing?
You can't possibly believe that's a reasonable approach to take as a teenager
Because I
living in
haven't
a
done anything horribly that my phone should be taken away my car. Like, what am I doing? I don't go do drugs. I don't get in trouble. Like,
you drove your car to Walmart,
you know, I'm talking.
cashed your check, and gave it to him. Okay, now,
So you take
I don't
my
want you
phone?
to have your car if that's the type of things you're going to be doing with it.
You know, I have a job. I have 2 jobs. I play basketball. My grades this year have been better than any other year.
I know
and
they are.
I'm talking to him.
Chloe, and that's what we don't want to see thrown away, okay?
Okay, well, let me ask something. Why are you accepting money from her?
I'm not.
You're not taking money from her?
No.
So she's lying about giving you money?
No, she gave me money when I worked with her last year because she helped me out with a court case that she kind of started.
Are you forgetting about the money that you dropped back in our mailbox about a month ago because we found that she gave some to you? And you brought us $60 back of the 100?
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
You say you've given him about 1,000. And your parents are concerned that you're, calling some guy 239 times, texting him several thousand times. He's changing his number to avoid contact, and you're giving him money. They're concerned about that. You would be concerned about that if you were a parent, Chloe. If you were a parent, you would be concerned about that. And I think what you want to do here is you want to decide that we're either going to have a dialogue or we're going to have a war. And if you have a dialogue, then you guys need to start talking about what you think is reasonable, what you think the expectations are. Okay. You have to acknowledge their position of authority at this point. It doesn't mean you agree with it, but you can't just say, I'm going to do what I want, whether you like it or whether you don't. You will be able to negotiate for a lot more than you will get by defiance. Or you can be completely defiant, then they're going to become very controlling and use whatever position they have to assert their will. And you will lose.
You can't have a discussion with him because no matter what I do, if I talk to him, that's all they care about. I'm still talking to Dusty, so I can't do anything.
Right? That may be something
that's all it
that
is.
you need to negotiate. But if you're stealing money from your family, if you're working and giving money to anybody, if you are isolating away from them into a relationship at a very young age, if you weren't concerned about it, I would tell you you are asleep at the switch. You should be concerned about that. That is not unreasonable in any way whatsoever. And at 17, I don't expect that to be glaringly clear to you. Do you think I have any reason to not want you to be happy in your life? We just met. I told my kids growing up, you got 2 jobs, get an education and have a really good time. That's my philosophy. That's what I think you need to do. I think you need to get your education and have a ton of fun while you're doing it. Seriously.
That's what I want.
Kids are supposed to be happy. Kids are supposed to have joy, so long as they're on this side of hurtful or self-destructive.
That's right.
That's my advice to your parents. You can't possibly have a problem with that. Do you?
No.
Are you saying that you are so invested in this relationship with somebody that says you're over-invested compared to him, that he doesn't say you're dating, he doesn't tell people about it, you just are friends, you just talk to each other? Are you willing to alienate your entire family over that?
It's not just him, it's not just recently. We've never gotten along. It's not, I don't like them.
Untrue.
No, it's not untrue, Mom.
We've always gotten along.
No, we
Chloe.
haven't. No, we haven't. We have never gotten along.
I remember it differently.
Times are getting a lot tougher starting at around 13.
Ninth grade is when it started, in my opinion. That's when I think our relationship has been very rocky. Prior to that, I would say no, that I thought we had a good relationship. People would say you're, maybe too close with her. You're her mother. That's what I got accused of. It's true.
No, it's not true at all.
Yes,
What
it's
is the
true.
truth?
No.
What is the truth?
claims I want to be like her. She sits here like a teenager. She dresses like me. She has a Facebook. She has a BlackBerry. She writes comments on my Facebook about Dusty that are extremely rude. Like, I had to block her because it was ridiculous. I put him as my friend, and she commented on it. Oh, good, you guys can go on welfare together, too.
I mean, I'm so irritated with this that I don't even know
Well, first
what
of all,
to
she
do.
can't tell you, Chloe.
You refer to him as a loser,
She
okay?
almost, I mean, she did kind of
Dusty came over the other night to talk. Can I talk?
Go ahead,
To talk to my dad. As he walks in the door, my brother goes, "Oh, hi, Dusty," and my sister says hi. And then I'm like, "Mom, are you going to say hi?" And she's like, "Hi." And then my brother whispers over in her ear and says, "Oh, is that the loser?" You have your 4-year-old son calling him a loser.
She did not make Mason say that,
How
Chloe.
would he not know, Mom? Like,
the children are being affected.
A 4-year-old
by
doesn't think
this.
he's a loser, okay? It's the fact that you say it so many times.
No,
he
that's
knows.
not true.
Yes. Oh, I saw that loser you talked to.
Yes, and
Okay,
I've said that.
so how
I've
do you
said
not
that very
think-
clear. And the truth
Yeah.
is,
So
the
how do you not-
relationship between you and Mom is irrelevant of Dusty. This has been building up for years. This has been going on since 12. We're not allowed to tell you anything. We have zero authority
Because
against
you
you.
think you know everything, Dad. You really do.
I'm asking for some respect in my home.
That's all we want.
I'm
Really.
asking
Really.
for some respect.
I'm trying to talk to you in an honest and open way, and you are being rude and disrespectful to everybody involved. And somehow you must think that is a becoming trait that empowers you in some way, but the truth is these people love you and care about you.
I don't know what to do, Chloe. You don't respond to us. You just told me you hated me.
Because I do. This is why.
Well, what are we supposed to
Everyone
do?
thinks you're crazy, Mom. Everyone. Our whole family.
Chloe, nobody in our whole family lives in our home. Nobody in our whole family
And they all
has
think
a
you're
clue.
crazy. They do.
I know what's in my heart. I know that when I had you, that I tried my hardest with you all my life as a young mother, and you're giving me no credit.
Nor
You
is
treat me
anyone
like
else.
I'm 2 years old, okay? I'm 17. I'm going to be an adult next year. So
Yes, I know.
Do you not like your dad either?
No, I mean, I'd say I listen to him more than my mom because my mom is just annoying. Like, laugh all you want. Like, it's not funny.
So what do you want to happen in the next 3 months?
There would be no problem if they would give him a chance. It's not, if I thought he was really ruining my life, I wouldn't be with him. I wouldn't. Okay, I stole money. Does that make him a bad person for me? Does that make us not good together?
I don't really think you need to have a relationship with anybody at this point.
If they give him a chance, that will solve your problem.
Yes. We're not dating. Like, why do you, we're not.
All right. Do you want a chance?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
All right. You guys can say she stole money until your tongue falls off and gave it to me. She didn't. Not 1,000. You know, she gave me last year. So, you know, do that. That ass that went on that screen right there that said that was personal. So, you know, yes. Yeah, I did walk over there. Yeah, I did. 6 miles. It was a long walk.
I'm sorry?
It was a long walk. I did walk over there. Maybe if you paid attention to your kids more, when she was younger, she wouldn't be like this. Like look at Madeline and Mason. Look at them. They're always in 80% of their lives as a babysitter.
Hey, Dusty, just to let you know, those kids got it made, and so did Chloe.
They got it made with a babysitter.
On how much time we were able, with our careers,
She was an
to
only
put in with
child
these
for 12
kids.
years. She got a lot of attention.
I know you're loving this right now, but like, look at your daughter.
I'm not loving this at all right now, Dusty.
You're loving this right now.
You are.
You gotta
You're
be
loving this
kidding
right
me.
now. Like, I can give a what you guys think. You guys can say she's giving money for every day of her life. She hasn't. She helped me once or twice. When I ran out of gas, she's helped me too.
Chloe,
Okay, well, first off, I want you to clean up your mouth because you've got people in the room here that's rude. So,
Sorry, guys.
she said she gave you $1,000.
No, she paid at least $300 to a court case that she started. That was her fault.
You two need to get your stories together because he tells us you've texted him 4,000 times in a month.
Okay, Dusty, do you think I'm obsessed with you?
I think you need to not focus so much on me anymore.
Isn't that what we agreed on though already?
Yes. Like I said, like I told you, she's in school, I'm not. I screwed up my life. I don't want her to screw up her life. I'm not a good person for her right now. And, you know, I want you to be like my sister. All right, you could be the next best scoring basketball player through our school.
She did have a dream, no question, to go play at a place like Duke. And she could have, and she still can. That's why I'm on top of this, Dusty. I mean,
but you don't
this
think
girl's
that,
got dreams.
You don't think that you're the best fit for her?
No.
And do you agree with that?
Not right now. I mean, he apparently likes me for him to come here. Am I right?
I've given you support.
I mean, in the future, do you want to be with me or no? Or do you just want to end it? End us talking.
I just want you to focus on school and basketball.
And we agreed on this. Me and Dusty sat down, we had a talk that now is not the right time for us to be dating. And so we're talking, we're not dating. We're not as serious as everyone makes it out to be. I mean,
I don't have a problem with you talking. I have a problem with you giving him money that's stolen money. I have a problem with you giving him your paycheck.
I think Dusty is throwing rocks at them and the show and all of that, but I think you'll agree that I've treated you with dignity and respect.
Yeah,
While
they're throwing rocks at me.
Well, I
I'm throwing
understand
rocks
that.
back.
No, I understand that, but I haven't thrown any rocks at you.
I know. We're cool. I mean.
I do. I try to treat everyone with dignity and respect, and I've treated you with dignity and respect. You guys have some issues between you, but I think you need to understand this isn't about him. And he's telling you and me and Chloe that, look, I want you to be like my sister here. I want you to do good things.
He said his sister playing basketball.
No, I know that she was successful in her, going about her sports. He wants to see you do well in that, and that he's saying he doesn't think he's right for her at this point. This guy is not your problem here.
Right.
This is not the issue.
When I go home, you're still going to take my phone away again. I'm still not going to be allowed to talk to him.
You don't lose, you're fooling yourself. You're thinking that you talk to Dusty, we take your phone. You talk to Dusty, we take your car.
You do.
You
say you never want to see me
Chloe.
with him. They made me sign an agreement saying, I'll give you this phone back, but you can't talk to Dusty. And I signed it. And then they found out I was talking to Dusty, and they took it away.
Well, Chloe, the police had come in our driveway one day because he says you were calling him too much. They pulled in to tell us that, your daughter is on the phone harassing him.
That's correct.
And
he had
so
a
I have
girlfriend.
reason to try to keep you off
And this
of the
is still
phone.
when he had a girlfriend? Okay, I know I'm going to go home, and I'm still not going to be allowed to see him. It's not like, oh, hey, can Dusty come over? You're going to be like, no. What does he do so wrong? Why can't he come over?
I don't like the drama that has come from your relationship with Dusty.
Okay? He has no girlfriend.
Okay, let's get over the Dusty thing, because I'm telling you right now,
That's the
Dusty
problem,
is
Dan.
irrelevant of your actions around our home.
More with this family when we come back. Look, I don't care if you're 16, 19, 29, 39. Chemistry's either there or it's not. And I think Dusty's being very honest in saying, I care for her a lot. I support her, but this isn't the one. So I can tell you, from doing this for decades, this too shall pass. Sometimes the philosophy for parenting is containment. I want to get these kids to the next level, safe, not pregnant, not injured, not in jail, not all the things that can disrupt. You get to that next level. But there is a tremendous amount of bitterness going on here, and I think this is a good excuse for it, but I don't think this is what it's about.
I agree with you.
And I think you've got to be willing to sit down with some professional help and have an ongoing dialogue of resolving that resentment, resolving that bitterness towards one another. You don't want this relationship to be damaged for the rest of your life, do you?
No.
I mean, do you want to get along with your mother?
Yeah.
Is that hard for you to say?
I absolutely hate her right now, so
Are you willing to sit down with her and work on this?
Yeah, but she always thinks she does nothing wrong. It's always me.
I just try to explain myself, and she doesn't accept the answer.
That's why I don't want you doing this around the kitchen table. That's why I
Right.
want you to doing this with professional facilitation.
Yeah, not like send me off somewhere like they were going to do.
Well, but that's where you lose. If you say, we're just going to throw down the hoe handle by God and see who's running things, you will lose because they will. And they can. I would rather have a child safe in jail than at risk on the street.
I agree.
And so if the only way to keep a child from self-destructing is to have them in four walls with 24/7 monitoring, then that's what you have to do. But if she says, no, I don't want that kind of confrontation, I'm willing to sit down and work through this, then that's what you need to do. If you choose to break the law and steal from your family, if you choose to run away, if you choose to be defiant and not participate in the process, then you have to do what you have to do to get her through to the point where she's responsible for herself. And if that means jail, it means jail. If it means putting her somewhere that she cannot leave from an institutional school, whatever, then you do what you have to do. But you're saying that you don't want to precipitate that. You want to talk about this. You're willing to sit down and deal with this in an adult manner. True? And you're saying you will. So that's what needs to happen here.
Okay.
For much more information on today's show, please visit drphil.com, where we have everything you need to know to parent your child. Well, I want to thank all of our guests today. And listen, I get that when you're dealing with teens and rebellious teens and angry teens, they do a lot more talking sometimes than they do listening. And sometimes they don't talk at all, but they don't improve the listening. And you got to stay hooked up. You just don't quit. Going to have information on drphil.com about how to open that dialogue with your kids. But let me tell you, you should talk to your kids about things that don't matter. That way you got the line of communication open when it's time to talk about things that do. Think about that. We'll see you next time. Thanks for being here.
When I get home, I plan on not talking to my parents, that's for sure. I'll still talk to Dusty.
There's this bitterness and hatred. And she doesn't hate you. She doesn't hate you,
I know
of
she
course.
doesn't.
But my fear is that she gets pregnant because that is the way to lock him in. Dusty wants out of this. I mean, even with her sitting there in front of him, he's saying, he's moonwalking out of this. I'm not saying he's not a threat, but I'm saying don't make that the battleground, and that's what the battleground is in her view.
In her view, okay.
I know it's not in y'all's view,
Right.
Okay.
but it is in hers. You say, go do what you want to do, and he's saying, I don't want to do it.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm saying,
Right.
take away her cause. Then she becomes a rebel without a cause.
Okay.